You are getting very sleepy. For the next 10 minutes, you will listen to me talk about my crazy experience getting hypnotized the other day. Episode 3 of Pillow Talk today is all about hypnosis. I was given the opportunity the other day to see a hypnotist, and I had a really amazing experience, and I wanted to share it with all of you today. So you're probably wondering what in the world I was hypnotized for, and I'm going to get to that in just a minute. But first, I wanted to talk a little bit about hypnosis and about the stigma that goes along with hypnosis. It definitely can be associated with some hokey shenanigans. You know, you kind of picture this shady, carnival-like guy putting you into some trance and turning you into a chicken or whatever. I mean, there's a lot of stigma there. But really what hypnosis boils down to is dealing with the subconscious. And the subconscious mind is kind of like a little 5-year-old. It's really defiant, it's emotional, not very logical, and when you're unconscious in life, you can be controlled by the subconscious. And so it's really beneficial in hypnosis to make suggestions to the subconscious. And essentially, in a hypnosis session, you're going under, you're being, some would refer to it as a trance, but it's like a guided meditation. You're really ultra relaxed. And if you're open and ready for the change that you're going to the hypnotherapist for, you're going to be very receptive in this state. And when the hypnotherapist makes suggestions to you, you're going to be really open and accepting to them, and it can create a lot of change and help a lot of people. So once I started thinking about hypnosis like that, I was really into it and I was open to trying it. And so I sat down and I was thinking to myself, okay, what is going on in my world that I'm ready to let go of? What isn't serving me? And you might not be surprised to hear this, but my response to that has to do with food. Granted, I eat a very extremely healthy diet. I have a predominantly raw vegan diet, so I'm always eating really healthy food. But in all honesty, I have had issues since childhood with emotional eating. And I think a lot of people suffer from this, have problems with it. I feel like a lot of times I was turning to food to find comfort and to deal with my emotions that I found to be negative. I found that I was going to the kitchen a lot to snack, on carrot sticks or whatever when I was stressed out, I was scared, or had fear about something, I felt overwhelmed, or I felt anxious. I would go into the kitchen and eat for those reasons. And, it's just come time for that to stop, and I decided that wasn't serving me anymore. And so I met with Gary, my hypnotherapist, who I highly recommend if you live in the Portland metro area and you're interested in a hypnotherapist. Gary from Mindset Hypnosis is amazing. And hit me up if you want his contact info because he's great. And so I met with him and I talked to him about the whole eating thing. And so we started discussing other things in my life that I love doing and that I find comfort in that are more positive. And the main thing I could think of was creating. I'm a really creative person. I love to write. I love shooting video, and I like to paint too. So we talked and decided that in my hypnotherapy session, we were going to take those urges to eat when I felt fearful or stressed out or overwhelmed, and we're going to redirect them into finding solace in creative acts. So instead of going to the kitchen to eat when I wasn't hungry, I would begin to create and feel more courage to go and create something or express my feelings in some way artistically. And I thought that was just the most amazing idea because I love doing creative ventures and I feel like I do them a lot, but I mean, who couldn't love creating more and being even more artistic and expressing yourself in that way? So I felt like that was an awesome idea. So let me tell you a little bit about the actual session. I laid back. It ended up lasting for about half an hour. It felt like 15 minutes to me, but I laid back in Gary's office in a really comfy recliner, and he guided me into the deepest state of relaxation I've been in as long as I can remember. I carry a lot of tension in my neck and my shoulders, and Gary, through his guided, his guided meditation, I don't know if he would refer to it as that, but through his practice, he got me so relaxed. I felt every muscle in my body completely relaxed, and I kind of felt like my consciousness kind of drifted into this altered state. And I was aware I wasn't out, I wasn't asleep or knocked out or anything, and I could hear him and I could think cognitively, but it was kind of dreamlike and really relaxed. It was really cool. And I remember pretty much everything that he told me. He talked about when I felt those urges to eat, even though I wasn't hungry, for emotional, to go into a creative space and to do creative things. And it was really beautiful and really powerful. And I remember towards the end of the session, he threw this really great thing in there that's also really helped me this past week. He told me that for the next week, my sleep was going to be the best, most relaxed sleep I've ever had. That every night when I go to bed, I was going to fall into the deepest, most comfortable, restful sleep, and that I'd wake up every morning at exactly the right time and just be raring to go. And he kind of gave me all this courage to really attack all these things that I want to do this week. And he also threw in there that I was not only going to create new projects, but I was going to finish all the projects that I've started that I haven't finished, I would finish. And I thought that was really brilliant because I didn't tell him that I have all these projects that I've started and I haven't finished, but I do. And so it was really, really cool that he just threw that in there. And I felt so great this week. Ever since I met with him, which was Monday, and it's Thursday now, I've been extremely focused. I've been, eating just three really healthy meals a day and really enjoying them. And I find myself at times when I do feel those, negative emotions, if I do feel stressed out or whatever, I almost do feel, for a second, I think to myself, I'm going to go eat something. But then at the same time, I just get this just ultra sense of consciousness. And I'm just like, whoa, I'm totally not hungry. I love my body. I don't want to make my body not feel good. So there's no way I'm going to eat anything right now because I'm not hungry. I already ate lunch. I'm going to make an amazing dinner. It's going to be bomb.com. So I'm not going to mess with that. And it's just been really, really powerful. So I wanted to share that with all of you. I think that if some of you are struggling out there with anything, people that are smokers, or if you have, obsessive tendencies, if you overeat all the time and you're really struggling with this, I think that hypnosis could be an avenue to explore or to at least consider. So again, if you live in the Portland area, hit me up and I will give you Gary's contact info for Mindset Hypnosis because he's rad. And don't forget to eat your beets and check out rawbeets.com. Later.